Welcome back to the Door Kickers Player channel. This is mission number 33, if I'm not mistaken, called Mad Working Men. I'm pretty sure this is a new map, and I haven't seen this map before, but could be wrong. I could just be tired. Either way, let's get into it. So we're going to start off with switching to pistols because they make less noise and they cause a lot less activity um, within the hostels. So we're switching to pistols, and I think I switched to pistols on default for a bunch of missions. So I don't know if that actually gives you an advantage or not in this mission, but that's just what I did. I have a path here that I'm actually going to follow, which it's pretty unusual, but it works out. I'm actually seeing that I didn't exactly follow the path. Made some minor adjustments, but for the most part, it's the same. And actually, before we move on, something interesting that I'm noticing is that I actually did not shoot this guy with the sniper right away. Um, so that's interesting. And the reason I do that is so that the other tangos don't run around and cause a lot of activity within the building. I kind of wait for the operators to breach the interior before I shoot the tango with the sniper. And another thing is that some of these missions, you'll see here and here that there's a little timer. And if you don't get to the hostage within that amount of time, or then the hostage taker will kill the hostage when the countdown hits zero. So you have to kill that hostage taker before that countdown hits zero. So this is why I went through a bunch of different runs and different. It's because it's really difficult to make sure that your operators don't die while they're rushing to kill the hostage taker that's about to kill this hostage. And that's why this path is set up that each operator goes in a different direction. It's because if you don't do it that way, the hostages end up dying, which is I've mentioned this in previous videos. It's absolutely not recommended for CQB to be splitting up like that to the point where you have zero cover, um, and no one watching your six. But that's just what you have to do in the game in order to get to the hostages in time. So I don't even waste time with flashbangs in the hallway. I just move in and take down the tangos in the hallway, and then I take these two tangos out with the sniper, and then I throw a flashbang. And now you can see here that this operator got shot a bunch. And the only reason he isn't dead is because that tango did not have an automatic rifle. Um, Times when the tangos have automatic rifles, the operators die. And that's just the cruel reality of the game is that as the missions go on, they just get tougher and tougher. So these missions were relatively easy compared to the missions that I'm doing now. Um, but the reason I let it just happen was because of the time crunch, and I needed this flashbang to get in there. And I just didn't. There was no two ways about it. You just need that flashbang to get in there, and that's it. So I let him get shot, and I let the other operators just keep moving. And thankfully, it panned out. So you're gonna see this flashbang land just in the nick of time. The operator moves in. Operators all move in to their respective places and take out the tangos. And I didn't realize this at the time, but this operator didn't grab the hostage, so I had to make him turn back for him. And interestingly enough, after he turned back, he ends up taking out the last tango, which ends the mission. But something interesting here is that these operators are moving extremely slowly, and that's because they have the extended armor on, which is it's just making them move so slowly that it's just frustrating. But thankfully for the extended armor, because it actually ended up making it so that we can complete the mission. So it all worked out in the end, but yeah, definitely not ideal. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any thoughts about tactics, strategies, how to kit the operators, what you want to see in the video, anything like that, feel free to leave that in the comments. And I'll see you all in the next video. Man, I cannot talk today.